everyone. Hello. Happy August 20th. I can't believe it's August. Oh my goodness. We're already halfway through August and a
Okay,
minute
hold
and a
on.
half
No,
till
it's okay.
Labor
No,
Day.
but see,
Be
stop
like
showing us.
rocking and rolling towards December. I don't know.
Gonna be here before we know it.
I know. Yeah. So today, Shireen had suggested that we talk about, and maybe more people will be joining, that we talk about, your really a discussion amongst all of you with your logistics and shipping solutions, as well as some of your promotional plans as we head into the all important fall season. So, Paul, hello. Thanks for joining us. I see you're here.
Hello,
And Paul was part of our collective in Santa Fe this year. Paul, both Linda and Sophie were part of the collective in Santa Fe in previous years. So you all have that kind of, I guess we could call it foundation. Good to see you and hope your summer's going well.
That's going great.
So in terms of shipping, logistics, getting things from point A to point B, shipping from you to your collectors, how are you doing that, each of you? I know that one of the things that we were talking about at the end of the last session was, and I see Paula's not on yet, but she was thinking about how was she going to get her artwork from San Francisco to New York for Art Expo New York. So how do we do that, guys? How have you been doing that?
That's great. Please.
I hear some talking, but I don't know who it is.
Well, the only time I shipped was one time to San Diego. Because the first year I did the shows, I went to Santa Fe and then decided to do San Diego and New York. So I shipped my work to San Diego and I found pallets and boxed my art and did it that way. I think it would be better if you had a crate. I did not have a crate. And none of my work was damaged, but the pallet was dropped or turned over or some silly thing. And we checked everything and everything was fine, but there's always that risk. So I would think if I were to ship again, I would have a crate and I could put it in the crate, secure all of that, and then put the crate on a pallet.
Yeah, a crate is always much safer because I mean, even a crate could get damaged.
Yes.
But especially, if you're shipping something that well, a framed print that has glass, or some of your pieces, Linda, are printed on metal.
Right.
And any and all of that can get damaged pretty easily.
Pretty easily.
Yeah. When you ship to a client, when you ship to a collector, how do you ship that?
I package it myself and I package it within an inch of its life. So, I wrap the piece and then I put styrofoam or some secure thing around it and then bubble wrap it and put it in the box. So So I package it so that it doesn't move within the box, and everything is packed quite tightly in the box, so there's no room for movement. And there's also enough space between the artwork and the sides of the box that, you know, if anything happened to the box, the odds of something getting to the artwork are pretty slim. And I use a very strong box.
Yeah, there are boxes and you can get them even at, I've gotten boxes at FedEx for
Yeah.
shipping artwork.
I've
They're
gotten them at the
double wall.
UPS store. Yeah, double
Yeah.
wall.
FedEx, UPS, they're double walled. They, you know, sometimes they call them a TV box,
Right.
but FedEx actually calls it an art box.
Yeah.
And so the chances of it getting penetrated or damaged or
Right.
dented is a little slimmer than
Right.
just a regular cardboard box.
You know, also Home Depot and I'm guessing Lowe's have, they're a moving or a storage kind of box, but they're an inner box that you put the artwork in, and it's designed for TV, I think. And then an outer box slides over that. So you have basically 4 walls.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that's a
It's
TV
called the
box.
telescoping box.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So
Well,
we
and I
have,
know that that, you know, the folks at MCP2 have had quite a bit of experience with, you were talking about it last month in terms of Susan and Rennie, that you've created your own crates now.
yes. And I'll tell you, if anybody wants help on that, they can always email me. Making it yourself, if you have any, even little bit of woodworking skills, making it yourself, you can do it. There's many companies you can buy them from. I still would not recommend Uline. Theirs are flimsy. I like at least a 1/2 inch of board, and then I put another 3/4 inch ribbing around that. You can do it with a pallet on the bottom, or you can just do runners. And then you have to cut some holes for the other places to the pallet jacks to get in. But we were really happy with how that crate shipped to Santa Fe. And then what we've been doing, because our work is wax, is I also, once I built the crate, I actually put I put foam in it, foam padding, 2
Yeah.
inches all the way around, except for I leave the top because we put some other stuff up there. So 2 inches all the way around, and then insulation all the way around, insulation in and out. And then we have been using insulated foam packing bags, or just foam insulation. And I've been making my own bags with that and Gorilla Tape to provide extra insulation. But what Linda was saying about shipping, when we ship in boxes, we do the same thing. We use a telescoping box. We bought a bunch of them from Uline. They'll give you different dimensions you
Yeah.
can use. And then I wrap the crud out of it. So we use, once I've got the piece glassined and cardboarded, I cardboard again. I put a bunch of bubble wrap around it. I make sure it can't move in the box. And then we use we use something called Pirate Ship. If you look up
I've heard of
Pirate
this.
Ship, it's a lot cheaper, and you still end up shipping either, most of the time you end up shipping UPS at about 1/3 of the price.
Oh,
And we have had no problem shipping from here to Florida. We've shipped from here to Florida, here to Chicago, and here to California. No issues.
So with Pirate Ship, they send you the label, you weigh it. So what we do is we just step on a scale, then step on the scale with the box. And you know what the weight is, and then
And the dimensions.
and the dimensions, and then they tell you, do you want to ship through UPS or through FedEx? And it's a
Not FedEx, USPS.
USPS,
Yeah.
and then it's so much less expensive.
It's so much less expensive.
But you're using those high-end carriers anyway.
Exactly.
Right. So it's great.
Has anybody shipped internationally? Because I have to ship to Shanghai a
Oh,
large
yeah.
piece for a show in October, and I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, DHL is very expensive.
Yeah.
How many pieces?
It's one big piece, like 4.5 feet by like 4 feet.
So that's going to require a crate. more than likely. Check their international shipping guides online.
I send
Look
you,
up
you know,
international shipping guides for art, but Linda, you should know this.
yeah, we have a international shipper that we recommend. If you still have your Art Santa Fe exhibitor manual,
Mhm.
look in the back of that manual, but I'll send it to you. And you know, our international shipper is terrific, and they'll guide you exactly what you need to do and how you need to ship it. I'll send that to you.
I appreciate it.
Or you could just send your work, Paul, to Susan and Marianne, and they'll do it for you.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's funny. But Paul, you've sent work internationally before, like to London. I mean,
I
not Shanghai, but you've sent
I actually flew it and then rolled and then
oh,
mounted it there in London, stuff
okay.
like that. So it's like I had a bad experience sending some stuff and then getting it locked up in Italy with duties because they wanted to charge ridiculous fees. And then I said it's much better than paying to just if I'm gonna go to if I'm gonna be there anyways later, I might as well just go a little bit earlier and just organize everything.
Yeah, yeah. But for Shanghai, that's not the case, I guess.
No.
Yeah, good. Okay. Well, let me send you our info and you can connect with them and they'll at least you know, at least advise you and guide you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Sophie, you've shipped internationally, I think, because you're in Canada. So
Yes,
how has that worked?
I have a big wooden crate. When I ship to Santa Fe, I have a huge wooden crate, and I would not ship it any other way. When I go to a show and I have multiple paintings, that's what I use. And when I go when I when I ship to galleries, if I ship just a few pieces at a time, I'm gonna wrap them really well, really overly wrapped. Yeah, every gallery tells me it's over wrapped, but I wrap it really well, and it will be in a like I do a paper, cardboard, bubble wrap, and then a box and more stuff. And then I will ship that either UPS or FedEx because it's not a big quantity and they're not very large. Well, they're large, but they're okay to ship, you know, that way. And that's the easiest way when I ship just a one painting or 4 or 5 paintings.
Yeah, good, good.
And I do go through your company there when I ship to the US, Phoenix Logistics. They were amazing. They were really, really good. Um, when I have to go through customs when I ship to you guys to the US, I always have to do all the custom work and everything like that. So it's helpful to have a company help you.
Yeah, good thinking. Okay, well, let's talk about fall promotion plans. What are you guys doing? What have you got planned? So
I just
Paul's got Shanghai on his mind. He's doing something in Shanghai.
Yeah, I've
I
also got all of September. I have my artworks being projected in Culver City on the wall. So, like the entire month of September, I'll have a solo show in the Arts District at the Helms Bakery Art District. Yeah, it's pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's very cool. That's very cool. What else is going on, guys?
just did international equestrian show. I was exhibiting all my paintings in the VIP tent for 2 weeks. I just did that last week or the week before. And I've got one gallery that just contacted me that wanted my work. I'm a little not sure about that one because when I started looking at their work and their stuff, I'm not sure I want to go there, but whatever. And in 3 weeks, I'm gonna be at that art retreat in Italy.
Very nice.
And yeah, can't wait. And I'm gonna keep sending to galleries, and I have this other platform which I wanted to ask you about. Do you know about Singular?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, are they good or not? Because they contacted me, they want me to they want my work on their platform.
Well, Singular is like a lot of participation platforms.
Yeah, I don't like that. Plus, they take 50% commission on sales, and it's an online thing.
Yeah. So, you know, if what you want is a place to show your work online, that, you know, you're going to market, because I'm not sure how much they really market you. I would, you know, we've talked about it before, but I would definitely take a look at what Cohart is offering. It doesn't cost anything. And then you've got a, a site that you can market. And you can market it on social media, boost it on social media. And I think that that might be a better expenditure of resources, both
Yeah,
both time as well as money.
yeah. It's pretty expensive, that Singular too.
Yeah. You know, I think I'm not sure how effective it is. I would check in with some other artists that maybe they've shown, and see what their experience has been.
Yeah. And you guys are backing up Co-Art.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
like them still,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. They're, you know, they're the real deal. They're artists, they're gallerists, and they're doing a great job.
how's it going so far?
Well, Linda, you're on Cohart. I know that at Art Santa Fe, there were a number of the exhibitors that had already signed up for Cohart. I think that there's it's a I'll call it a multi-level opportunity, because not only do you have the opportunity of having inventory control, as well as a platform with your artwork. I think that it really offers all of that, and it's at this point in time, it's at no cost.
Right.
Do do they do any promotion at all for specific artists? Linda?
Not that I am aware of right now. On their platform, if you post new work, they show that. But I'm still new and I'm still trying to figure it all out. I haven't seen that they actively promote specific artists at a specific time. But their platform is good. They're wonderful to work with. Any questions that you have, they will get back to you promptly, and give you tools to work with. I'm trying to figure out if I want to, because they offer a website platform too, in addition to their,
I don't need that.
yeah, in addition to whatever else they do. And I'm trying to figure out if it's beneficial to me to move from my current host to them as a host. And I don't know if that's going to work or not. But the marketplace where you have your work up for them to see is very clean, easy to do, easy to set up. And like I said, they're very, very easy to work with, and they're responsive, really responsive.
And how do you compare them to Artwork Archive? Because I know you were looking into Artwork Archive before.
I have given up on Artwork Archive simply because of the expense. And as far as maintaining tracking my inventory, I can do that with Access or any database service. You can do that. for my personal tracking of access, my scarves, my prints, the numbers in my edition. But for a platform that helps you with your inventory and making it visible to people, they're great.
I'm gonna second
Nice to-
everything Linda said.
Mhm.
We've had really good work working with them. We actually upped ourselves to the paid subscription. It's about $20 a month.
So did I.
You can do a free subscription, but because I wanted to keep our list of collectors on there, they manage all your collectors. Keep like a list of them. They manage your inventory. I'm still keeping our website for now. We may
Mhm.
switch over at some point, and social media, they're great to work with. So we've had very good experience so far.
Good, thank
Like
you.
Linda, I need to learn more.
Yeah.
Next week I'll have time, so I'm going to start trying to learn more.
Time is an issue.
So,
I found their app was pretty good in that you can process credit cards just by tap, which I
Yeah.
like, because that made it very like turning your iPhone into a tap and not needing another device where you can just have your phone and just do it right there. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I have that with Square.
yeah. If you go on Reddit, you can read some reviews about Singular. You could probably read reviews about Saatchi, right? Cohort, the other myriad of online marketplaces that somebody comes up with a really good idea and they get a few backers and private equity gets involved or venture capital and they throw a little money at it and hopefully they hit a home run. And if they don't, it kind of fades away. I mean, Singular, it's been around a long time, but that's not the way I would think about any of these things. What I would think about is, what Linda already brought up is, Linda Roberts, is it's easy to work with and they take a very low, I think 1%, right, off your credit card. So, it saves you a couple points, big deal. But it's still a couple points.
Mhm.
If you're selling a lot of work, it makes it makes a
It
difference.
makes a big difference.
Well, if you look at my company, right, 8 years ago, Jeff and I got together and I said to Jeff, we're getting killed on credit card fees. My credit card fees were 180,000 a year. That's a lot. So that's why we charge, it's a cash price. And if you pay by credit card, an extra 3%, 180 grand. I mean, that's a lot of money. So that can make a big difference in the future. But anyway, my point is, if you think about what you're going to do in the future, if you're going to continue doing Redwood shows or the other art fair or whatever shows, so Scope or whatever, look who they're partnering with. We're partnering with Cohort. We get 40,000 people in our Miami event. Cohort will be there. Those people will recognize that Cohort's a part of our fair, right? And it kind of creates this cohesive unit. If you're using Cohort, they might see you on Cohort. They definitely come back to our attrition on, attendees is not that great. I mean, we get a lot of people coming back year after year after year after year. And, you want to kind of create a reputation. You want to be in like the same booth every year. You want to be in, you think of Jason Perez and his music and his street art thing. People love that. I mean, I walk in there sometimes and go, oh my God, I got to get out of here. It's loud and, it's overhung the walls and everything. But you know what? People love it. They love it. And we get people calling, I love the street art thing, and they can buy a piece for 1,000. And okay, if that's part of our show, it's not a reflection on the other art, it's just part of the show. And we've kind of put it out of the way. So it's not, nobody else is tripping over it. All of those things make a difference to the attendees. And that's the most important part when we're thinking about, what we're doing as a company. And you should think about, your collectors and what's easy for them and that type of thing. None of these online platforms are going to be the answer for anybody. I mean, Saatchi has, I can't tell you, I think they have
30 billion.
yeah. Well, I can't remember, it's 17,000 or like 90,000 artists on. I mean, how are you going to find anything on there, right?
Yeah.
You're not. We're looking at, I just told the staff, the marketing team this morning that I had a meeting yesterday with a guy who's a consultant on AI stuff, and we went over some things that could really help our business, but also help our attendees. And one of them, which we'll probably work on over the next year, is the thing where, let's say we were going into Miami and Kelly's responsible for the digital catalog and Laura and getting the images and building the digital catalog. Well, digital catalog would then be fed into a program, an AI program, which would be sent to all of the attendees that bought a ticket or the potential attendees. And it would be a program where they could just click and the catalog is there and swipe right for what they liked and swipe left for what they didn't like. And once they swipe right and they have maybe 20 or 30 pieces in their like category, they're lovers. They would then those booth numbers would come up, and then they could even be a map that takes them to each of the booths before they even get to the show. Some just cool stuff like that. But to hang your hat on one online thing that you're paying, SingulArt, what they do is they get you, it's a freemium model. So is Cohort. I mean, everything's free at the beginning. And then if you want to upgrade, it's $20 a month or $30 a month or $250 a year, or whatever it may be. And sometimes that's worth it for people. It's not that much money. But if you're not getting anything out of it, that's when they lose their people. And then they're like a gym. They got to get new members all the time. So that's why they ring you up and say, hey, we need a new member, right? It's the same thing with you guys in the Artist Club. We started it off, we thought, we'll just charge a nominal fee of $250. And, we found that what really is good for the Artist Club is the educational thing. And now we're just using it as kind of a lead generation. If hopefully we can get you excited enough where you continue doing shows, and so we're not charging anything anymore, and hopefully we'll get more people to join the Artist Club, and they will learn things and progress as artists, and that's where we're coming from on all that. It's really,
Thank you for that, by the way.
no,
Yes.
it's sincere. It's not,
It's appreciated.
yeah, okay, well, thank you. You're welcome. So
And I think that the other thing that the club does is it creates community. There's some of you that are regulars. Maybe you don't come every single month, but hopefully you also take a look at the videos when we send them out. See what you missed, come back when you can. And I think that the sharing that you all do, it's kind of like being at the art fair, right? And the people that are in your aisle, you're talking about what you do for this and how you do that, what fairs you exhibit at, what was good, what wasn't good, what really worked, what didn't work. It's that kind of community. And I think that's an important part. It's that networking, if that's the word you want to use, part of being an artist, of being a professional, whatever profession it might be, that becomes important, because I think we all learn from each other all the time.
Mhm.
So
For
Kelly came
me-
up with a new theme, Sophie. She wants to have the Artist Club breakfast and everybody can share what they're eating, and then the Artist Club lunch, and then the Artist Club cocktail hour.
I definitely vote for the cocktail hour.
Yeah, well, that one,
Me too. Me too.
that's the one
The
where we give
cocktail
you,
hour.
we give you quizzes, and if you fail, you have to do a shot, and then, we.
That could be interesting anyway.
We should do that sometime, please.
That's awesome.
That would be
We will.
fun.
I'm
Maybe
in.
All
You
of a
guys
sudden, there's like 62 artists on the call.
That's a heck of a way to get this ball rolling.
really. Cindy, you had something you wanted to say.
I was just going to say, for me, this keeps me connected with as you said, other artists and people that I've met at shows, and just keeps that community going. Because, you know, I'm relatively remote and far away from everybody else, and it's just a way to stay connected and learn.
Yeah, and I think that that's really important.
Mhm.
You know, that, and I think that artists, because you're an artist and you're, you know, you're kind of, you can have that kind of tunnel vision
Mhm.
for your art. And I think that opportunities like this to be part of a community can broaden that focus and give you other ideas. And whether you're remote or not, I think
I
that
know. Absolutely. And you know, I've got my community here, but it just expands and gives me more.
yeah.
It also keeps us accountable for
Yes.
things we need to be doing.
Yeah.
No, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does help us to say, hey, oh, wow, we got a business plan we have to do, or we have to have this plan ready. It does help to keep us accountable and moving forward with the business side of things.
Well, okay, so here's what I think. All right, we talked about it being August, in a minute it's gonna be September, and now we're in, you know, the fourth quarter, and that's the most important selling time of the year. So seriously, for the next call, let's really think about what are those promotion plans? What's the social media plan? I mean, we've talked about all of these things, but really let's, you know, let's get that kind of written down. What are the things you want to do? What are the things, and maybe that's a really long list. And then what are the things that you um, can do? And maybe that's more defined based upon time and resources, both um, artwork that's available, opportunities that are available, money that's available. So what can be done, and then those things that you want to do become, you know, kind of things that you, is there a way to put it out there into the universe and see what comes back? Are there opportunities, you know, like Sophie was talking about, having an opportunity to be in a gallery, but maybe it's not the right gallery. So where do I find the right gallery? Where do I look for that? So some of those things might be some of that out there in the universe, and we can talk about some of that as well. So let's make that be really the focus for what you're thinking about over the next month. And then when we get together in September, let's absolutely be talking about that, because it'll be well past almost execution time. So some of it should already be at play by the time we see each other again.
We can have something happen last week and I'll let Mary Lynn jump in.
So
Okay.
what we decided, we wanted to go, there's a building downtown Minneapolis that has a lot of interior designers at it. And we went and cold called, got all dressed up, took our catalog book that we have, and we cold called on about 8 or 9 different interior designers, and we had an amazing reception, including we sold a diptych of you know, two pieces that a woman bought on the spot, and was shipping it for a gift for a friend. So
Wow.
and it's just, we had so much amazing response.
And Eric, when we went back to deliver it,
Yeah, yes, you'll like
we
this.
took
Uh-huh.
that she was interested in a large piece for a client's hallway. We took 2 of the pieces from, we have a large koi pond installation. And she loved it. And she's going to present it to her friend to see if
More
her
than
friend will go for it.
she more than liked it. She started tearing up.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
How did you ask for the money?
Oh, no, they wrote us a check right there.
Right there, done.
No, but how
She
did
said,
you,
we'll go, you
But
know,
for the koi pond, she had to run it past her
her client.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
for
no,
the,
yeah. No, I got that. But when you made the first sale, did you just say,
Yep.
so you want to buy it?
Oh,
no, she told
wanted-
us she wanted to buy it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a super easy sale.
It was a very easy sale. And then she said, you know, we can either write you a check or do Venmo. I said, whatever's easiest for you. She had her staff write a check right then and there. We came home, got the piece and took it back to her.
Yeah.
So it was a coconut.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, totally. It was
Just
great.
fell on our head is
Fell
right.
on her head.
That's
Yeah.
great.
For you. Well, it wasn't really, you made the effort to,
But we're gonna do more of that.
sales.
That's, I'm putting it out there as, these are people you might want to talk with. Are, you know, so the interior designers are your first line of defense for people who are going to be putting art in, you know, large homes or
yeah.
businesses or whatever. That's a good way of, you know, some good people to talk to.
Well, the other thing about that is that there's an opportunity there for multiple sales, right? If you
Oh, absolutely.
um,
There will be.
with an interior designer,
Yeah.
they've got, maybe they don't have a client today, but who knows what they've got tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day.
Exactly.
Actually, one of the ladies said that one of the designers said there's a house that is just being finished and this client would love your work. So
Yeah.
she said it's going to be a few weeks. I will get back to you.
Oh,
So we know who she is and where she is, and we will follow up.
It's the follow-up parts. Yeah, we have to do that now.
Yeah.
nice.
for you.
That's great. Good idea. Good idea. All right, well, let those ideas percolate. This was a great call today and, you know, get busy.
Hey, Eric,
Yeah, make those fall plans.
and
Will
everyone
do.
should tell Eric happy birthday.
Yeah.
It's
Happy
great.
birthday,
birthday,
Eric.
Eric.
Happy birthday.
Thank
And
you.
happy recovery.
Yes.
All right.
Good luck.